Hello. I hope you guys can hear me. This is my very first time going live, and I'm excited and a little nervous because I'm so comfortable with being behind the camera and you only seeing my hands. But I wanted to kind of change up my platform a little bit and kind of come on live and see how this works. So this is something new for me. I have not done that. So if you see me looking here and then looking here, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is good in the camera or whatever. So really quickly, I'm not going to stay on really long. I just want to make this my welcome video to kind of tell you what I want to do going forward. So I'll still be making content on my channel. If you guys have followed me for any length of time, you know that I try to put out a video at least a week, every week, whether it's a giveaway, whether it's a yarn review, whether it's a project. I try to put something out for you all at least once a week. And sometimes it gets a little, put off, especially with everything that's going on right now. But so my goal is to continue to do that. But I also want to incorporate a live component where I actually can speak with you guys. I have noticed that, especially a lot of my newer subscribers, if they have a problem with one of their projects that they're working that they learned from my channel, they'll hit me up or they'll come over to my Instagram page, and it's more of a real-time interaction with them. And I kind of like that. I like to be able to, say, okay, show me a picture of what you're working on, and then I can kind of help them get them started. Because I know when I first started crocheting many years ago, it was hard to figure out what was going wrong. And you're making this big project and you don't want it to end wrong. So you halfway through it and you realize that, like for instance, with the blanket, you're working your blanket and you halfway through it, you realize that it's like curving and it's going, waving and all that other stuff. And so you're just like, man, I wish someone could tell me what I'm doing wrong so I could correct it right then and there. So I feel like me going live would give me and you that opportunity to kind of conversate in the moment that you're creating the project. So that is the goal from here. So let's go back just a little and let's discuss who I am, right? So if you're new to my channel or you just happen to click on this live and you want to know what is this girl talking about, my channel is Ahsel Ann here on YouTube and Ahsel Ann across all platforms, Instagram, as well as my website, as well as Twitter. So Ahsel is really not my name. My name is actually Felicia, and I just took my nickname, which is Lisa, and I kind of flipped it around and I added my middle name to it, and I kind of came up with this concept of Ahsel Ann. So I'll respond back. I get a lot of people that ask questions, hey, great job, Ahsel, or whatever, and I'll still respond back because really that's something that I created, and I'm connected to that name as well. So Felicia is my name, and Ahsel Ann is just my brand or kind of what I've done around Felicia and crochet. Okay. So where I'm from, some people have asked me that. I'm from Florida. So if you have watched any of my videos, you may hear me say, hey, y'all. I say y'all a lot. I say guys a lot. I think where I'm from, it's completely acceptable to say y'all. So I say it all the time. And that's probably what you hear when I am doing my videos. I'll say y'all. So if you're ever wondering where am I from, that's where I'm from. I'm from Florida. Let's see what else. I knew this was going to be a live, and I didn't expect anyone to be on here with me. But oh, it looks like I do have someone on here with me. Hi, how are you? So I did come up with some questions that I had already received from some of my last videos, my past videos, and I want to kind of address some of those now, so that way you can kind of, understand what I'm doing. And then if you have questions, please leave them in this stream here, or if you're watching this at a later time, go ahead and type them in. I'm going to go back in and check those comments, and then I'll address them in my next stream. So just so that we can be clear on what the whole purpose is, I will be just doing chats with you all. I will have, some either pre-planned questions, or if you have questions as they come through, I will be happy to kind of go through them. So I see a few people have jumped on with me. Hey, it's exciting to know you're not talking to a camera by yourself. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for jumping in. I wasn't expecting anyone. Actually, I thought I was just going to be talking to a camera with no one because I did not advertise this live. But basically what I want to do every Tuesday around 10 Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I would like to just jump on and talk. 30 minutes to an hour, nothing too long, maybe even 15 minutes to 30 minutes, whatever things are going on. I want to kind of talk crochet related. I will be having my tea. I drink tea in the morning because I'm fasting, you guys. I don't want to go into detail, but I'm trying to fast, and I know I can't eat anything until 11. So tea's going to be perfect for me. Hi, I see a few more people out there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That's exciting. Okay, so not to go on, let me bring out my little notebook so that I don't forget what I want to discuss with you all. So I've already talked about who I am, and I've already talked about where I'm from, and the reason that I want to go live, of course, is to connect with you all. So let's just jump into some tips for beginners. So if you guys are new to my channel, like I said before, you may have found me because I have a video that is how to crochet a blanket. And it was one of my very first videos that I put here on YouTube, and it has gone very, I want to say, it's just gotten a lot of traction. So over the course of 3 years that I put that blanket out, I still get quite a few views on that blanket. And I mean, it's like over 1 million, guys. So I feel like if you're watching this video, you probably found me from that blanket. So let me just talk about these first few chats that we're going to be doing. It's just those beginner friendly tips. Okay, because I feel like when you're crocheting, the worst thing you could do is go to the store, you see crochet hooks, you see yarn, you get it, and then you go online to try to find the project. And okay, that's fine, Billy. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate you stopping in. You're such a great person. Thank you. She's leaving. So anyway, if you go into the store, you find a hook. They always are sold in packets, and they look something like. Let me see. They look something like this. Can you see? They're just like this standard hook, and they usually sell them in pack of 4. And most crocheters will go and grab this, and then they'll get these hooks, and they'll get home, and they'll have yarn, and they're like, okay, I'm ready to go. While there's nothing wrong with these hooks, they aren't the most friendliest hooks. So while they're the cheapest and they're most widely available, I would not start my beginners with a hook like this. And if you can see, if I can get close enough, this hook has it's in line, so that means it's straight across, and it has like a flat or it's not very, it's not pointed. So when you're working a project with a hook that's a 5.5 and you get some yarn that looks like this, do you see? So you have a little hook with big yarn, and this is your number one mistake, guys. Hi, how are you, Jan? Thanks for stopping in. This is your number one mistake as a new crocheter. You see pretty yarn, you see inexpensive hooks, you grab it and you want to go and get started. But I'm going to tell you, that's the first way that you'll get very frustrated, okay? So you want to make sure, and I'm going to go into detail about yarn in my next chat, but you want to make sure when you're picking your yarn that you're going to pick a hook size that coordinates with your yarn. So that's very important, okay? The most prettiest yarns, you guys, oftentimes are the thinnest yarn, the smallest weight yarn, and it's frustrating. And I'll tell you all about all of that next time, but I want to go over hooks, really. Okay, so when you have a fluffy yarn like this is a bulky yarn, you want to use a corresponding hook. So do you see how big these hooks are as compared to these? Okay, so these hooks here, 11.5, 12 millimeter hooks, as opposed to 5 millimeter hook, you're going to get a different feeling and a different experience. Okay, so while you can use small hooks with chunky yarn, it's harder. And if you're a beginner, it's really important that you understand that. Okay. Secondly, these are my favorite hooks. This hook is fun. Hi, Jan. These hooks are fun because look how pretty it is. It's got the glitter and all that. But what I'm going to say about this hook is it pops out. So when you're working, see how that works out? It's quite annoying. So I would suggest, I have all these little buzzers going off. I would suggest gluing that down if you like these hooks. I got this one from Joann's Fabric, and I always, when I go into a yarn store, I'm always drawn to yarn first and hooks. I can't leave the store without buying a hook, and it's a bad obsession. So when I see cool hooks like this, I grab it. But what I want to say about this one is not only is it the right size hook for the right size yarn, it's what you call, it's not inline. This hook is, oh Lord, I just lost my train of thought. This hook is tapered. This is a tapered hook. So you see how it goes down when you're crocheting with a tapered hook as opposed to an inline hook. Oh, this was not, I wasn't gonna go this far, but the yarn sits in better. Okay. So when you, thank you, God bless you as well. When you sit in here like this, it grips it better. So as a new crocheter, when you're trying to work with tension and you're trying to learn how to at least get the yarn wrapped around, you will see that because of this tapered design, it sits in better. Makes it a lot less frustrating for you as a beginner. So that's my suggestion. Look for hooks that have that tapered area right there. Okay. Um, Even you can find really big fat hooks. I got this one from Walmart and it also has that tapered design. So that is really tip number one when it comes to crocheting. Find the hook that coordinates with the yarn and then find a hook that has that tapered look. Okay. So that is what I would suggest. There are a lot though, guys. It's just like, just like with everything, when you go to the store, you have so many choices of everything. But when you're new at something, you don't always know it. And look, this one here. This is a Boyd hook. So this is considered an ergonomically correct, ergonomically gripped hook. It's supposed to help you with like arthritis and things like that. This part of this hook is a great design. Great, great, great design. But up here, as you can tell, it doesn't have that tapered as much, so it's not as easy to work with. So oftentimes you'll find these in gift sets, you'll find these in bulk packaging, but if you can take a little bit more moments and just check and see this will help you out tremendously. Let me see here. Autumn, do I sew also? I am learning how to sew. I do sew just a little, I sew just enough to be effective. Like I can get something done, but like as a teachable thing, nah, girl, not yet, not yet. But I'm gonna learn. I do a lot of my sewing in my tutorials. I do them off the camera. So there is that. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you for. Oh my gosh. Hi, Nikki. You guys are great. I was not expecting anyone to come on with me, so I really appreciate that support. So anyway, back to this really quick. Nice grip, not so nice hook. But I will say this, not to say these aren't good, guys. It's just when you're a beginner, they're not as user and beginner friendly. So that's all I wanted to kind of stress on that. Here are some other hooks that I enjoy using. So again, you have the cushiony area. So if you're making a long-term project, and then you have the taper. See? So this is a good hook. I believe this is a Clovis hook. I'm not sure. I bought a brother sewing machine at Walmart not too long ago, and I've been working through it. I'm gonna get better. I really think that though with sewing machines, if you find one that's kind of automatic, I think it makes it a lot easier. But I got mine on sale, so I have to just work through it. So anyway, that's it with the hooks, guys. I always try to leave in my description box of all of my videos where I purchase my hooks. Amazon always sells hooks, but I'm going to be honest with you. Oftentimes, if you can get them in the store, it's cheaper. Amazon is great for convenience, and you will pay usually for that convenience, being able to ship it right to your door, depending on wherever you're living. That is the beauty of Amazon, but there is also usually a price increase on most items. So oftentimes what I'll do with Amazon is if I find a hook, especially like Clovis hooks, which are really nice, I will stick them in my cart. Sometimes they go up and down, and as soon as it goes down, I will purchase that bad boy. But lately, I have not been wanting to get out in the store. So if you still want to sew, you can find links for just about everything you need online. Lions brand, although I think their stores are going out of business, but I think they're still going to be like in stores. So Walmart.com, Joann'sFabric.com, Hobby Lobby. Oh, guys. Oh. These are my absolute favorite, some of my absolute favorite hooks. These are from Hobby Lobby. They're usually very inexpensive, anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99. And if they're not on sale, you can always use their 40% off coupon and pick one up. I get questions about this hook all the time. This is by far, this is a 12 millimeter hook. I use it with this type of yarn for almost every single one of my baby projects. I use this hook. This is my favorite, but they have them in all the sizes. So if you have a Hobby Lobby in your area, they're called Yarnology hooks. I mean, they have everything. They have the Susan Bates taper. They have the cushion for long longevity, and they're cute. They're super cute. Oh, thank you, Jan. That's so sweet. You guys are great. I love this crochet community. Okay, so guys, I don't know how long I've been talking. I feel like I've been talking forever. Let me make sure that I covered all of my points here. So the hooks, getting started, getting you some good hooks, that's going to be important. Hi, Yarna. This is actually my very first live. I'm going to be doing this every Tuesday at 10-ish. Y'all, have you had this issue? Time is so crazy right now. I feel like we wake up, it's Monday, and then we go to sleep, and then wake up again, and it's Sunday. It's crazy. So my goal is to do this every Tuesday around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just so that we can keep this going. I love this type of dialogue, being able to speak with my subscribers and help real time. I think that's the goal that I really want to do with this. So get you guys some good hooks. That's how you start. And then next week, we'll talk about yarn. And I think that will be a good way for you guys to get started. We are really getting close to crochet season, especially here, even in Florida. It's getting cooler in most areas. Florida doesn't get cool until around November, and then it's like hot again. But I still love crocheting. So there's that. So I want to talk really quickly about some of the projects that I'm working on, and then I'm going to get off. Someone mentioned my earrings. I created these last night. If you can't see them, can you see them? They're so cute. I did a tutorial on my channel of how to create a heart, and then I said, well, I want to make something because I didn't have anything crochet related on my body. So I went ahead and made these really quickly, and I just stuck a really pretty little diamond in there. And then I just put some hooks. So I'll do a tutorial on earrings. I feel like there's so many all over YouTube, but maybe I want to put one on my channel too. So maybe I'll do some earrings, but I made these. Aren't they cute? Thank you. Okay, so things that I'm working on. I just finished this project back here. This one was for a young lady named Billy. She asked me to do a tank top shirt. So I did this one. This is actually going to be for my daughter because it's nice and small for her. I am working on, now you can't really see what this is, guys, but I will be putting this out soon. So this is a really pretty stitch. I love, guys, I love this yarn. This is, let me see if I find it. This is called the mandolin yarn. It's an ombre yarn. I'm going to go over this one in the next, in the next couple of videos. I have the review for this yarn, but it works up so pretty. Oh my gosh. And when I tell you the way this feels, oh, this is one of my favorite yarns so far. Honestly. I don't like small weight yarns because it takes a long time for the project to get complete, but this is working up really quickly. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, okay, yes, I will. It's a blanket. So I will show a tutorial on how I did this. I'll show a tutorial on this stitch, and then I'll also do a review on this yarn because I really like this yarn, guys. Another thing that I'm working on really quickly. I love tea. Is this. Now this project right here. Oh, thank you guys. That's so sweet. Y'all are sweet. This, guys, I started this. Do you ever do this? I'm talking to you guys here that are on live, but also people that catch the stream later. Do you ever start a project with great intentions and you're like, I know exactly what I'm going to make? And then you go and you don't check your gauge, which is something else we can talk about a little bit later, but the gauge tells you how wide the garment is going to be. But anyway, you don't check your gauge and you end up with something that you were definitely not going for. So I'm ashamed to tell you what this was going to be. This was not intended for, this was actually supposed to be a cardigan, guys. I know, a cardigan. Look how wide I made this. So this is now a work in progress. I will be turning this into something else. And once I get that completed, I will share with you what it ends up being. Because, Lord, I had good intentions, but this turned into something completely different. But I have a lot of my projects that I do, they do that. I'll be working something and I'll be like, oh, that's not going to work. And then I change it to something else. So I call them my oops projects. But this is a work in progress. And I hope to have this completed in the next few weeks because I have an idea on what I want to do with it. So this is one that I'm working on and the blanket there that I'm working on. So that is it for my projects that I have been working. What are you guys working on? Is there anything that you would like for me to? Hi from the UK. That's so cool. I love it when I see people that are from everywhere, all over the world. Oh, that is so awesome. Um, what project are you guys working on? What projects would you like for me to work on so that I can show you guys how to do it? Some things I will say, because my channel is geared towards my beginners and my, not even my intermediates, but the ones that are just beyond making their very first project. So it's hard sometimes to show the detail that I want to show, which is the reason why I hesitate on making some things. Like I make a lot of projects, but some things I don't know if they're going to pick up well on camera or they're going to, you're going to be able to understand them. So I've been very hesitant, like socks. I want to make some really pretty cute socks for y'all. But when you work along the backside of a chain, a foundation chain, it gets really tricky. So I got to make a few more pairs to make sure I know how to teach it well on camera, but I'm going to do that. Do you have any patterns for tank tops? I just got some ice rock yarn and silver. I did. I just made a tank top right here. I'll put the pattern out. The tutorial's already out, but I'll put the pattern out. If not this weekend, that's the goal, is this weekend. So let's just say Saturday on my website, which I'll leave in my description box if you don't already have it. There will be a pattern. It's a free pattern that you can pick up for that one. Okay. Oh, yay. Yeah, this one's fun. This one was really easy to create too. It's just a double crochet stitch, but I'll put the pattern. Look for it Saturday. Okay, guys. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, I wanted to show you really quickly. This is a pattern. This is something that I've been working on forever because it was an oops that turned into something else. But the problem with this one is I wanted it to be a tutorial, but I don't know how to write all of this up. So that's what happens when I start working at home and I'm creating. I will come up with, and this is, you can't really, it doesn't play well on camera. This is a bright lime green. Um, so it's a cardigan. It's pretty much finished. I've been hanging up with it because I don't know how to write the pattern for it. So it's really pretty, but it's just frustrating because I want to show everybody how to do it. And if I can't come up with a simple way of doing something for you all, then I just don't want to put it out. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So I don't want to hold you guys any longer. I've been talking for about 23 minutes, which is pretty long for what I was thinking. If you have any questions, you all, and you didn't get them here during this live period, please go ahead and leave them on this video. I will go back and watch the questions to see if I can't add them to my next stream. Again, I'll be doing this on Tuesdays around 10-ish, so 10 to 10:15-ish. I'm just building in time if I have any technical difficulties, but and then we can kind of connect more like that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're just catching this live, please take the time to do that. I will be doing videos at least weekly. I try to do at least 3 But with homeschooling and everything's just a little bit different right now in my house. So that's where we are. I'll be doing some giveaways, some yarn reviews. What's coming up next is I have 2 yarn reviews. I have a giveaway, and I will be doing, I think I want to do like a crochet along scarf for my very, very beginners. So I'm thinking about doing that since it's getting cooler. That's a simple project. It only uses 1 or 2 skeins of yarn. So that's that. Okay. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really wasn't expecting any support today, and I really do appreciate everyone for jumping on when you saw that I went live. I appreciate that. Spread the word. I hope I will be, like I said, the goal is to be doing this next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. We'll be discussing yarn. Okay. So that is it. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Yes, I am on IG. That is the best way to contact me if you're working a project and you have a question. My IG is Ahsel and Crochets. Um, on Instagram. So it's also _crochets. And I'll put that information down in the description box down below as well, so you can catch onto that. And I'm hoping to transfer to a different streaming platform where I can pop things in on the computer as I'm talking. So we have goals for this, guys. So this is the first one, and hopefully we will grow this so that it makes sense, that it's very much interactive for you all. And that's all. I don't want to keep talking. I can talk forever, guys, but I am not. So thank you so much. Thank you all for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Yes, I want to end.